The hour is late, and the men are prepared to defend their city against this night assault. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Ellington here, and here we go. We are back on Rome 2 Total War, and we've got ourselves a 3 versus 3. I was looking through my replay file, looking for a battle to do, and I noticed this battle that I honestly didn't recognize. I don't remember what it is, who it's from. So, whoever sent me this, I sure hope you're watching. It was sent to me a few months ago. It's June right now, and the date that I saw on this was, I believe, February. But like I said, I do hope that whoever sent it is watching. So, first off, we have got Macedon here, being commanded by Dolores Vaughn. Then we've got, who else do we have? We've got Egypt, being commanded by 420 something or other. There's more to that name, and I can't remember what it is. And finally, I believe this is the person who sent it in. We have the Odrysian Kingdom, being commanded by Droid Master. Now, for the attackers, we have got Rome on the battlefield today, being commanded by Quintin. We've got Carthage, so Rome and Carthage on the same side of the battlefield. Interesting, but alright. Carthage being commanded by Crema. And then finally, we have got Seleucid being commanded by Thick. Yeah, Thick. Now, I do notice that the units here are on large, not on ultra. That's fine, whatever, no big deal. Some people don't even realize that their units are, like, too small. Most people play on ultra size, which means their units, the infantry units are 160, archer units are 120. See how they're 90, or these Rhodian slingers are 90. But that's okay. So Rome, let's see, let's look at this army here. So we've got four Triarii, so it's quite a bit. A couple legionary cavalry. He brought Hastati and Praetorian Guard and legionary cohort. One of the legionary cohorts has already taken quite a bit of damage. Looks like some artillery. Now, something this here, I would not do this, guys. See how all these units are kind of clumped together like this? Or like this guy in a, super long line going like that. That is just beautiful targets for artillery to hit those units and do a lot of damage. That's probably why this legionary cohort is so hurt. Same thing over here. You got your, a lot of Carthage started out like that. You see he's got his pikemen out like this now, but when the game started, he was pretty clumped up. So something I would suggest is when starting the game, when you're deploying your army, have your units fully lengthened and then spread them around so that they're not clumped up and just easy targets for artillery. Something I'm not a huge fan of the defenders here is this. You got Egypt over here, who's basically just kind of defending all the way over here. He's got all of his troops really far from the front line. He's creating his front line and saying that my line is here, this is where I'm holding, is right here. But all of his reinforcements, if, let's say, an ally needs help, he is a long ways away. Odrysian Kingdom moving some Thracian nobles coming up. You guys, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I love me some Thracian nobles. Now, almost a good idea here. So, you're close. Okay, well, one, Rhodian, or Balearic slingers, you should have gone and got them. But, anyways, so this unit here, so he's in shield wall, but you want to try and shift him a little bit that way. And then this unit, you might even just make him a little bit smaller or narrower so that he can throw into the side of the unit. So really close to doing a pretty good job there. This unit in the thorax and shield wall, it's fine. It's fine. You got your Rhodian slingers kind of throwing in a unit. The problem is that unit was in combat, so those Rhodian slingers really weren't doing that much. Now here we go, coming through the breach. We've got Sacred Band forcing their way through. I said breach, but it's the gate. Excuse me. Oh, damn it. Sacred Band is a really cool looking unit. Very tanky, hoplite. But here comes Seleucid on their way down the streets. Got a Thorax. So Thorax v Thorax. There's going to be a lot of Thorax v Thorax. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I noticed this Seleucid went really heavy on the shield bearers. I'm not a fan. You know what I mean? I think there's much better options for Seleucid. You've got your Silver Shield Swordsman. You've got your Royal Peltist. I think just better options. Thracian Warriors getting in on this fight over here. Got Triarii. You know what? These might be a different Triarii as well. I can't tell if these are... I'm pretty sure the Grand Campaign Triarii all wear this helmet right here. I don't know if they wear these, like, quasi-Corinthian almost... I don't even know. Now remember with these Thracian Warriors, they're a shock unit. They're a unit you want to keep moving. So what I would have done... I would have thrown my Thracian Warrior in and had the Thorax Sword for Macedon leave at the same time. Then after the charge had worn off, you take the Thracian Warrior back out and put your Thorax back in. You want to keep those units cycling back and forth. You're switching them out. One, it's going to keep your units a little fresher. And number two, you're going to continue to gain those benefits of that charge bonus. Sacred Band, unfortunately, just kind of getting ripped up here. I think he probably, yeah, he lost a lot to oil. So the gate was not neutralized before he went in, so he did get hit with some oil on the way into the settlement. A lot of units here from Carthage as well. You got Noble Fighter, Libyan Infantry, and another Sacred Band. A little bit of kind of an awkward defense here. I mean, you've got like one unit here, you got another unit over here. There's nothing here. I don't know, it's just a little, it's interesting. Probably not the best. The problem, so you've pretty much given up this tower. This tower is now just going to sit here and shoot you, right? So at this point, you basically just want to give up that area. You probably want to be falling back to something like this and this. The arrow tower is probably ranged about right here, would be my bet. Another Triarii over here. I love the night battle, man. It's just super cool. I mean, you got everybody carrying their torches. Thracian Warrior's going to charge in on some Triarii. I think he's using Fire Shot. To be honest with you, dude, it's not worth it. Fire Shot, all it really is going to do is affect the morale. And you can see it does affect it a little bit. But to be honest with you, it's probably a waste of ammo. So it looks like he got a good charge there. He's up 28, 29, 30, 30. Oh, there we go. Looks like he's already been in some combat already. I don't think those 25 kills were from that charge. I would just pull this unit back. He's tired, and he's not really actually fighting, yet he's still getting tired. So there's really just kind of no point to having him there. Now, Macedon over here was having a pretty solid defense here, but because of the kind of porous defense over here, it looks like he's at danger of losing this. Got a Galatian Royal Guard coming in now. Noble Fighters surrounding the Thorax and just putting it down. This Thorax looks like it's about to wear out as well. I think they're probably going to end up kind of just having a defense like this now. And then obviously here. Now up on the walls, they've got some Cretan archers. So having your archers on the walls. This is a hotly contested subject in this game, okay? It is not a terrible idea, okay? There are a lot of situations where this is beneficial. When you have the archer advantage and there's nothing there to contest you, this is a fine thing to do. If there are archers or slingers that are there to contest you, you have to remember that your unit is incredibly exposed up on this wall. So, like, let's say this Rhodian slinger, you look at it. Sorry about the camera there. If you look at it, he has got a fantastic view at this Cretan archer up on this wall. There are no Merlins up here, no bastions or anything to protect the unit up here. Attila is slightly different because Attila, right along the edge of the inner wall, there's like a little lip that sits up that prevents, it makes doing that same thing basically worthless. It doesn't do much for you. But in Rome 2, it is a really good shot. Like, units on the walls are incredibly exposed and very easy shots for your units. But once again, if that unit is able to be on that wall uncontested, it's actually a really good idea. Get really good angles from the wall. We're going to build a... Wow, excuse me. We're going to build a wall. On the right side, shield bearers coming up. Going to go up against some thorax swords from Egypt. So the Egyptian army now going to be under assault at this point. Good javies. No attack command. There we go. There's the attack command. And honestly, not a great javy toss. Only 3 kills. Well, looks like they only got 3 kills too. Definitely looked like their javy toss was better. Royal Peltis going up on the wall. I'm going to bet they're going to come over here and throw javies into the backs of this unit. Good idea. What can they do about it? They can get up on the wall and go engage it. But Royal Peltis are really good, so regular Thorax may not perform the best against it. Thorax Sword taking on Hastati here. Hastati are a good low-tier unit, but Thorax are just a higher tier than Hastatis are. Now, you can see over here, look at this. Odrysian Kingdom has gone all in here, man. He just said he wiped out that first unit. He's blocked off the breaches, and now he has free reign to come over and assist. You can see the Thracian warrior here come in, and he's chopping up the Cretans. Oh, man, Carthage, that hurts. And then not only that, he got another Thracian warrior over here into the back of the Libyan infantry. Now, something to remember, because the units are all on large size, there is going to be a little bit of a lessened kill count on this game. We won't see quite as many, like 200, 300 kill units, and the final army kills are not going to be quite as high, just due to the fact that there are less men on the field. Thracian nobles stopped. They don't really need to stop, but I don't think they want to go into this quite yet. There's just a lot of stuff here. So if you think about it, when the Thracian noble goes in, it only targets one. So if it comes in and targets this one, well, then it's getting hit by this one, this one, this one. So you end up kind of with a quadruple teamed unit. Now here I would, well, I don't know, because, you do have your expert. Wait, no, they don't. Oh, it's a Lake Carthage. I thought it was a Sacred Band. Okay. So, yeah, I would swap out the Thorax, throw the Noble in, and that Noble will massacre that unit. Shield Bear's at 22 kills, 15 kills. Now, over here, this does not look good. There are 2 Thorax, I guess. Once again, going up in some Shield Bearers. These units just look really cool. Got some Syrians up behind them. Now over here, they're doing pretty good. Royal Peltist, 38 kills. Looks like they engaged with some Thorax. I think Sluka did send a Thorax up onto that wall, and the Royal Peltist were fighting them. Now, Seleucid has kind of fully pulled off. I almost wonder it might be worth to send this unit over here. Even the Royal Peltas sit over here and collapse on these shield bearers and finish them off. Kill them. Thracian Noble has been pulled back behind the wall here. Probably just to get it out of this Balearic Slinger's range and vision. Rome going all in, so we've got some mercenary hoplites defending against Hastati and Legionary Cohort. And I think same thing over here, but you do have a Thracian Noble and a Thracian Warrior. Remember, guys, when you're charging in, think about it this way. If you leave this unit in, and your other unit comes charging in, but this unit stays the green, all your unit does is it just charges into the back of your own unit. And it doesn't get that unimpeded, excellent charge that you're trying to get out of a unit like a Thracian Warrior. So what you need to do is at the same time as you're throwing the Thracian Warrior in, you need to be giving the command to the Mercenary Hoplite to move. Get that unit out of the way so that the Thracian Warrior can charge in. If both of them are in the phase of moving, the Thracian Warrior should kind of phase right through the Hoplite unit relatively easily, as long as it's not like 2-3 units stacked up. But when that unit is stationary and in a really beefy formation, all of your unit just, hits the back of your own line and just, it just doesn't do anything. So you really want to clear that out before you try to charge in, so you're getting the full impact of your charge. Thracian Nobles over here, 82 kills. Looks like they beat up a couple units here. Look at the Thracian Warrior, 140 kills now. Nicely done. He's got a chevron on it too. And he's about to get another one. Let's see, he's totally going to do it. He's only has 21 men, but I bet you he gets it. Just need a couple more kills here. Don't break. You can't break. You're shaking, but you're not. You're shaking, but you're not stirred. Come on, hang in there, Thracian Warrior. You can do it. You can do it. Oh man, I don't know. He's not gaining very many. Oh, there it is. Boom, done. Okay, you can break and run away now. Thracian Nobles just kind of chilling for a moment. The Odrysian Kingdom is actually a pretty good matchup here, especially since the Roman archers are not doing anything about this. If you see Odrysian Kingdom, you put all of your archer fire onto these units. Thracian units are incredibly dangerous if they are allowed to just charge into you at will. But what they really lack in is shields. They don't carry shields, right? So they don't have a shield block chance against arrows. So like the nobles, the armor's, I mean, it's not great, but 55 armor, it's armor. The biggest problem is they don't have a shield. So you see the Thracian nobles, you shoot them. Keep in mind, this is a unit with 76 melee attack and 63 charge bonus, okay? An infantry unit with 63 charge bonus is ridiculous. So, when you see them, you shoot them. That is the best way to get rid of them. That is the best way to not have to try to face them. I don't really see why, like, they could take an aggressive stance here, honestly. Or especially they could have. Now that there's units moving forward, it's a less of a given, but for a moment there, they definitely could have pushed a little bit here and kind of killed some of these units. But the noble fighters coming in now, that's going to stop that for now. Now, the Thracian noble, honestly, can probably finish that anyways if they play it right with cycling the unit the way it needs to be. Over here, this is getting a little sketchy. Sacred Band, I mean, you got a big blob of Carthage and very, very thin line of the Odrysian Kingdom here. And once again, because both of these units are engaged, they don't have the ability to cycle them in and out. So these two units are having to be left in this combat honestly basically in a situation that they're not best utilized in. Thracian nobles came in and charged. Thorax sword, 74 kills. Over here, they're doing pretty good. Egypt has shored up his defense with another Thorax sword. Over on the right, this is pretty much over. Legionary cavalry, got some more shield bearers, silver shield swordsmen. Obviously, this battle is on ultra funds. And I feel bad for you, so they could artillery that literally never got to be used because there was nothing to shoot at in this area. One, you don't need to deploy your arty. You want to deploy your arty closer up. I would probably put my arty up in here. You know, you could probably even do somewhere around here. Where you were at is honestly already not great range, and then with them pulling back out of that corner anyways, it made it worse. So, all right, Egypt now coming up with some more units. He's got some carrying axemen. What I hope to see, carrying axemen, like throw spears, they have 5 ammunition, and they can control where they fire. So I'm really hoping that we get some good Javi usage here before he sends a unit. Okay, yeah, I think he's going to go on the wall. Oops, sorry. Go on the wall, come over here, and Javi down. That's good usage, good use. Syrian archers shooting at the... Dude, Thracian bowmen are not your biggest worry. These are your biggest worry. Shoot at them. There's some cool screenshots. Oh, yeah. This might be getting a little bit better because this unit's about to break. That's going to get the mercenary veteran hoplite into this combat. Might allow for some, you know, cycling here. Carrying axemen, you got to get up here and you got to start using this. This needs you badly. That area is winnable. They just need to take advantage of their opportunities right now. Shield bearer is 17 men and still around. Still a lot of stuff over here from Egypt. I hope he's going to take this Royal Peltist and move it to a better place. They also have a ton of stuff back here. Ptolemaic Cav, Thorax Pikes, Glacial Royal Guard. Lot of Macedon here. Multiple Royal Peltists. He's got, what, 4 Royal Peltists sitting in the keep. Not a fan of that, personally. Macedon, those units would be really useful at the front right now. Honestly, if they were at the front. Some of these places that are kind of iffy right now would not be. Those Royal Peltists could come over here and easily clean this up, easily clean this up. But at this point, they're so far away that even if you moved them now, let's say you ran them, it would take you like, you know, a couple minutes to get up here, which in those couple minutes, things can change in these situations. You want your units closer to the point, you know, or not to the point, but to the front lines. Having units, you know, stored in here is perfectly fine because you're relatively close to the front lines. Storing them all the way back at the keep is not going to do you any favors. If you end up having to need them at the front, then you have to run them to the front. Then they're exhausted when they get there. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that. Ooh, are you getting shot in the back? I think they are. Is that Syrians shooting you in the back? Thorax Pikes are now in the combat. Noble Fighters. I think there's only 1 Noble Fighter left. I thought I saw missiles coming in from this direction, but I guess not.
We're taking trophies! Take our hats!
Where'd the oh, there he is. I was like, where'd the carrying axeman go? 49 kills, nicely done. And if you're out of ammo, then you could probably come down and come help out. Which, yeah, it looks like they are out of ammo. Thracian Noble General is now in combat. Look at that. With the headhunt, 96 melee attack. 96. Okay. It's redonkulous. Wonder if they're going to try and get their cav in here. Bet he wishes his other cav was over here, because honestly, this is a settlement called Kath, and it's a very open settlement in the interior. Cavalry inside here would be a real nuisance. It would be really annoying to the attackers. They could come in and swipe up a couple of these different archer units. Over here, it looks like we've got a break on the attacker's side. 52 kills on Thorax Pikes. Now we got another Thorax Pike that's come over to this side. But here comes the Royal Peltist ammo from the Seleucids. Thorax Pike down to 68 out of 120. Syrian archers in the combat. It's not good to see. You can see Egypt now moving more units over. It's pretty well defended over here, so he can bring some units over to assist. And honestly, look at this. The Rangers of Rome and Seleucid are all pretty much contained behind this line. This is done with. Done and over. They should send their cavalry over here. Or they should have. By this point, I don't really know that it's going to make much of a difference, but if they had done this a little bit earlier, the cavalry probably could have gotten in by this point. These breaches are a bit too big for them to really defend well. So I think the cavalry could really be a pain in the ass. Thracian Noble General is getting a good charge into the side of a Thorax. Here we go. See, remember what I was saying? Now your unit's running all the way up to the front. They're at least going to be tired by the time they get up here, if not maybe worse than that. As you can see, the units from Egypt here beginning to break, and the Thorax Pikeman is pretty weak. He's at 47 men now, and just really not enough to defend this whole area. So we got Thorax Sword.
Yes, Commander.
What's shooting over here? Oh, it's the Syrians, I think, just shooting right into their face. What I don't see is why not just send a unit down and just shut them up, you know? You don't have to engage, but if it makes them run away... Ptolemaic Cav could be hugely useful here. So here's the Ptolemaic General. He's got 37 kills, so he killed something. But getting over here, this area here is about gone. He could sneak right through, get into these archers. They could hit here with the Ptolemaic Cav coming behind, hitting in behind, coming over here. It's got options. Where did the... here we go. So the Legionary Cavalry, excuse me, sorry. Charging in on the Thorax Swords. Thorax Swords... So, not just Thorax Swords, but if your unit has Shield Wall and you're getting charged by cavalry, hit that Shield Wall button. Galatian Swords, Nubian Bows shooting at them. They should send the Galatian Swords on the wall, come over here, get off the wall, and attack, and, you know, pin them down behind. Okay, looks like the entirety of the armies are now towards the forefront. Veteran Hoplite in combat. Get these pikes in. Get some kills there. Royal Peltist. Same thing, the Royal Peltist could go in there if you wanted. We usually try not to do something called pike stacking. Oh, don't mob in. They're just archers and a tiny little Thorax unit. Oh god, watch this.
Get running! Fire! Moving!
They're not even throwing that well because of, one, the units in combat kind of stop them. Carrying Axeman, tiny little Sacred Band. 128 kills on the Sacred Band, though. Nicely done. Bounce power is pretty in favor of the defenders. The cavalry ran away. Pikes pushing their way into the combat now. We try not to do something that we call pike stacking. So you got your pike, and then you put like another really heavily armored unit on top of it, because it's kind of just kind of stupid. You know, one of the only counters to pikes is archers, and being able to just stack a super heavy armored unit right on top of it just really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So typically in in-house battles, that's a no-no.
Fire on them! His head is mine!
Is the Thracian noble general dead? No, he's right here. 73. I'm pretty sure he's not dead. Yeah, it looks like he's still alive. He's got 147 kills, too. He's very tired. It looks like he might have forgotten to pick his general ability. My favorite, especially as the Adrizian Kingdom, is the strategist, because that's the unit that gets you your second wind, your battle rhythm. Battle rhythm plus headhunt is a dirty combination and incredibly painful. And then second wind is almost broken as an ability. Now, interesting, Egypt has come in over here, but they've left this whole area open. So the cavalry, if it really wanted to, they've got 2 cav back here that they could get into the back lines and be a real nuisance. Ptolemaic cav would help get rid of some of it, obviously, but it would still be really annoying.
Keep watch! Take their heads! Ah!
This is a little bit overkill over here. Surprised the Sacred Band is still up and around. Thracian Noble now at 161. The masses of Royal Peltis.
Live to fight another day!
Once again, get your pike. You know, you want to keep the pike pushing into this combat, okay? When they're sitting back like this or like this, they're really not doing anything, so you want to keep them engaged. Keep them, you know, as they move their way forward, continue to keep that attack command going so that you're just continuing to push. Royal Peltis from Seleucid, 47 kills now. Smart move. He's pulling away from those pikes. It's typically what you're going to see. Ptolemaic cav from Egypt is on the move. I wonder if he's going for the general. Question is the general paying attention? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Anybody else grow up, you know, Saturday morning cartoons and the good old Dragon Ball Z at the end of the episode? Find out next time. And you're like, no, I want to find out now. I don't want to wait till next week. Here we go. Ptolemaic had the smart move, honestly. He's going in. He's hitting the back of the Royal Peltis while they're engaged. He's going to get a good charge here. Nicely done. Not only is he going to get good kills here, but it's also going to allow the Egyptian infantry to really hurt this Royal Peltis because it knocked a lot of them down. One downside, he didn't turn around in time to countercharge the Roman general, and now you also have the legionary cavalry coming in. So the Ptolemaic cav is a little bit of a sticky spot. Now that the Carthaginian unit is gone, he should really just go right through his own units here.
Understood!
There you go. Get those pikes in there, Egypt. You know what you're doing. Good job. 106 kills on the hoplites. Nicely done.
Move it!
You know, I honestly think that if there had been a little bit better troop usage in this battle, this probably would be over already. Once again, all these royal peltas. You got 4 royal peltas just sitting here, just chilling. You know what I mean? If they definitely could have been put to a little bit better use there. Um, I think that was a big drop of the ball here by the defenders. A little bit too much mob tactics, if that makes sense. Just grab a bunch of units, click and go, which it's not typically what you want to see. You want to see a little bit better usage out of those units. Mass break. What is left? It's probably going to be like the general, like this, just like hanging around. See a couple units starting to come back. Silver Shield Swords came back. This battle's pretty much over. It's just coming down to finishing off a couple units. Now the Roman general's back. Silver Shield Sword looks like it barely saw any combat. 110 men, 12 kills, 13 kills. It's not great. Pretty sure it just recently got into combat. And now here we go. Thracian Noble going to come wrap around. 172, 2 chevrons. And if he gets in combat, he may get himself another chevron here. I don't think he's going to make it, though. Alright, so he's broken. Yeah, now it's just the Roman general. Wish the Ptolemaic Cav would go chase down the Roman general. And of course, tiny little Silver Shield swordsman comes back. It's just kind of annoying sometimes. Situation like this, it's GG. I'm just going to fast forward. Just the Roman general, and he's all the way over here, so... he's going to try and go be annoying. With his 15 men. Where's the Egyptian? He's all the way over here. Way out of position there, Egypt. And there it is. Alright, let's look at some kills. So remember, like I said earlier in the battle, the kills are going to be a little bit dampened here. Not as many men on the battlefield, not as many kills. So starting off, we have got Dolores Vaughn as Macedon, 1,268 kills. Not bad here on the ranged units. His royal peltas barely saw any combat. The thorax swords seem to have had a little bit of trouble. Pikes 47-57. Droid Master as Odrysian Kingdom, 2,144 kills. This, I believe he's the one who sent the battle in. I always love me some Odrysian Kingdom, so look at the Thracian Nobles just doing work here. Double chevrons on a lot of them. Well done. 420 Hyper Cannabis as Egypt, 1,553 kills. 116 on the Cav with 2 chevrons. Archers, not doing so hot. Same thing, Galatian Royal Guard, 77 kills. Look at the Pike, 240 kills with 3 chevrons. Shouldn't happen, guys. Pike should not be getting that kind of kills. Both Royal Thorax did really well. For the attackers, we have the thickest of the thick as Seleucid, 1,529 kills. 162 on a Syrian Heavy, Silver Shields did pretty solid. Crema, 115. As Carthage was 1,530, just barely sneaking ahead of the thickest of the thick. Archers, they did okay. Noble Fighter, 191, 101, so pretty well done there. Quinton Titan, I think, yeah, 1286 is Rome. Obviously, could have done a little bit better. Praetorian Guard did excellent, but the rest of the army just not performing very well. The cavalry, honestly, probably would have been better off without them. But that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time.